Hey guys, it's me, Daniel. No, I did not get transformed into a witch. I absolutely love this. This is such a cool piece that I found at an estate sale a few years ago. It's actually a Bethany Lowe Designs piece, and I just love this. Welcome you guys to another video here, and I am super excited to bring you guys along because, why is that, Miss Witchy? Because you guys, we are finally going to decorate my home for the Halloween season of 2024. I'm super excited to have you guys on board as you come along and decorate with me for the Halloween season. I cannot wait for you guys to see the ideas that I have for my home using a majority of the items that I have picked up from various Orange County Goodwill thrift hauls that I have shared with you. And I am just super duper excited for you guys to see all of the spookiness and cuteness that's going to go into my home. So I'm actually doing a half and half. So half, decor will be spooky, cute, like the cuteness, whimsical pieces. And then the other part will be moody, dark, kind of like creepy Halloween. So I do a mixture of both in my home. So we have 2 hutches to decorate the outside as well of my home, and also a few other areas around the house. I'm just super excited to have you guys here. As always, I really do hope that this video brings you guys a source of inspiration when it comes to decorating any season, not just for Halloween. We're talking about Christmas, summer, Valentine's Day, any holiday, spring, fall, whatever the case may be. I hope it brings you sources of inspiration, because you guys can also do this. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. You're going to see a lot of the majority of the items that I'm using were all thrifted, and you can definitely do the same. You can head into your local thrift store. If you have a specific theme that you're going for any type of decor, you can find pieces here and there. Granted that it may take you a while to build up all the pieces that you want, but it is so fulfilling, and especially fulfilling in your pockets, because you're going to be saving money, not spending a lot of money on decor, and you're also helping the planet by keeping it green and buying secondhand. So let's go ahead and get started with our Halloween decorating for 2024. If you're new to my channel and you guys like this content, make sure that you guys are hitting the notification bell so you're notified of all my weekly videos, and also subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely free, you guys. Right, Miss Witchy? Well, let's go ahead and get started and get on with the spook decorating. Welcome you guys to my Halloween decorate with me, and we're going to start at the outside of my home. I really do hope that this brings you a source of inspiration when it comes to decorating your home, and that it can be done on a thrifting budget. I absolutely love it when I am able to showcase how I use my thrift finds in my actual home decor, so that way you guys can see how amazing you can deck out your own space when it comes to thrifting. So right now we're doing a reset. As you guys know, when it comes to decorating, it's always a really great idea just to sweep and clean. Clean and reset your space so you have a clean canvas to work with. So that's what I'm doing right now. We see my beautiful little girl who's always with me. She doesn't like being alone. So she is with me as I am prepping my front door to decorate for Halloween. So I want you guys to follow along and enjoy the decorating session. And these lanterns are from Walmart. They are part of the Better Homes and Gardens that I picked up. Now these are meant for indoor only, but I took my chance and I'm going to be using them for the outside. So I hope again that this brings you a source of inspiration when it comes to your own decorating. And I am going to be decorating the front of my home using a lot of thrift finds. So I want you guys to take it upon yourself and spot out what thrift finds you see that I am utilizing in all of my decorating video for this session, and just scream it out. If you're watching along and you are, at home or somewhere, just point them out and be like, oh, that's one of his thrift finds. That's one of his thrift finds. Because I ultimately I'm so excited for you guys to see how I utilize the thrift finds that I come across when thrifting. And I just really love being able to use these items to incorporate them into my decor. And I just love the creativity that comes with it. And you guys can do this as well. You can definitely deck out your space, your home, your office, whatever space that you live in, you can deck it within thrifting. And I just love being able to showcase that to you guys because this is actual proof of you seeing me utilize the items that I come across that I have shared with you in various thrift hauls. And now we are putting them to work to style my home for the Halloween season. This pumpkin right here, along with a smaller miniature one, were thrift finds. These are one of my absolute most favorites. They are terracotta, made in Mexico, and I absolutely fell in love that I found them at Goodwill. Now, the other first one that I placed was actually from Big Lots, so I was super happy to have came across those at Big Lots, so that way they could match within the color. Now I'm going to be changing my wreath, which you guys remember this is from my Halloween haul that I showcased, and I bought this from Joann's, which I absolutely fell in love with the black and orange velvet pumpkins. We see my little girl who's always so curious. Golden retrievers really are so curious and they just love being involved in everything, you guys. And here is another thrift find, this owl sign that I found at Goodwill. I thought it would be very cute to place it on this planter holder. So this is actually something that the original homeowners left behind and I just kept it. And currently it holds my hummingbird feeder, and I haven't seen any more hummingbirds. Of course, since summer is over, I don't know if they have left or they're hibernating. I'm not sure, but I haven't seen them anymore. So we're going to deck this out with some Halloween-ness, is what I'm going to say. So now I'm attaching a bat that I found from Joann's Halloween collection this year. And you guys just have to always think outside the box. Find items, whether they're brand new or if you find them at the thrift store, think outside the box and how you can utilize them in fun and creative ways. Do you guys remember these? I thrifted 3 of them. They were like these wall scroll pieces, and I converted them into a garden flag. Absolutely loved how this came out. Again, this is great inspiration of how you can flip things that you find at the thrift store, just like the crate. This is what I did with the crate, you guys. I used it to create a pumpkin patch stack, which I absolutely fell in love. Now, these are the witches that you guys saw in my most recent thrift session. I'm going to go ahead and set them up. I will say that they definitely gave me a lot of trouble. They didn't come with the original stake that goes into the ground, so I had to be very creative in finding ways to make them stand up. Now, I did have these other two plastic stakes that could go into the ground, but they ultimately ended up bending. They were just not strong enough to hold the witches, so I had to find a different alternative by finding some type of wood pole that we had in the patio, in the back patio. And again, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Use what you have to make things work. And I absolutely fell in love with these when I found them at the thrift store. And they really make the area look more unique and more spooky for the Halloween season. But as you guys can see, I am having the most biggest difficult time. It definitely would have helped if I had Joe to help me hold them while I try to, place them into the dirt. But my husband doesn't really at all get involved with the decorating. I also don't allow him in a way because I just love being in control of decorating and I like how things are in the way that I like them. But it would have been definitely helpful to have had someone. But just look how amazing these came out. You would never know that these were thrifted from Goodwill. A common theme that you guys will see throughout the entire decorating session are pumpkins. So I'm going to deck out this buffet that I have at the entryway to our front door of the house. And I have the Martha Stewart pumpkins and a thrifted pumpkin and a few of the CVS pumpkins that I spray painted as you guys saw in my DIY session. And I am just obsessed with pumpkins. I don't know what it is about pumpkins in particular, but I absolutely love them so much. I love decorating with them, and you guys are going to see that common theme throughout the entire decor session. Now, usually what I do when decorating is I group everything together that I'm going to use so I have everything all in one place. It makes it so much easier for you to just be able to see everything that you are going to utilize, and then you have everything. If you're not able to use everything, then that just makes it a lot more simpler for you to put things away if you're not able to use them in the intended space. So right now I'm just going in through all the pumpkins, getting rid of some of the tags, putting in batteries, and then I'm going to be using these fall leaf picks that I got from Joann's, and I'm going to add some more def into the entire setup. So something like this could be very simple as well, you guys. You can use picks to add a lot of more depth and volume so it doesn't look bare. So I really recommend that you use picks in a way to add greenery or some type of foliage into your space, which I think it absolutely came out beautiful. But I did switch this up. This was actually decorated before I ended up doing the cauldron with the foliage for fall as well that I saw on Instagram that I recreated. And I think it absolutely came out so beautiful and it just went so well with the pumpkins. So I decided to actually place it in the middle and have all the pumpkins surrounded by the cauldron. I'm getting the next area of the living room decked out with more pumpkins. You guessed it. This is actually the cabinet that holds our television. This is the bottom section, and I'm going to deck out this whole entire space with pumpkins. These are part of the pumpkins that my hubby picked up for me that someone was selling from Facebook Marketplace. And I absolutely fell in love with them instantly. And I was so grateful for my husband for picking them up for me. And I think they went so well with all of the other terracotta like pumpkins that I purchased this Halloween season. Now, one thing I will notice is as I'm getting older, it's getting a lot more difficult for me to get down on my knees when it comes to decorating, but also that I am just becoming more lazy when it comes to having to turn things on manually. I really, really wish that these pumpkins that were part of the Martha Stewart line had timers built into the lights because it would just make things so much more easier. Now, I could definitely, do the extra mile and replace all of the lighting with different things that either has a remote control or a timed remote control, but I just didn't want to focus on that this year. Possibly next year or when we, buy a bigger home, then I can worry about that. But for now, I will go ahead and just bear with it. Most likely, I won't even end up turning these on just because, again, I'm just being lazy, which I know is not a good thing, but if I'm being honest, timed lights are such a lifesaver and they just make decorating so much more easier than having to individually turn on every single pumpkin, which who wants to be doing that every day for the month of October? And if you decorate even earlier, then you're going to be doing it a lot more often. Oh, this next corner is right next to the television, but I just absolutely fell in love with all of this combined together. We have my thrifted wreath from Goodwill that I purchased, and I think it just looks so beautiful. It's kind of like an introduction to fall that we are approaching or that we already are in fall. But this is my little corner of fall for now. I also have my faux terracotta pumpkins that I created using plaster of Paris and terracotta paint that you guys are going to see displayed here. I think everything just looks absolutely so beautiful. This is actually like one of my most favorite corners in my home because I just really love the colors. I love the fall colors of the terracotta pumpkins, and just everything looks so cozy but yet perfect for Halloween. For the last section of the Decorate With Me session, you guys, I'm going to be decking out my hutch. Now, this is a very lengthy portion of the video because there is just so much that went into this entire hutch. So, as you guys recall, I was going to be decorating my hutch with a witch's theme. So, I am placing a lot of items that you guys have seen in various thrift hauls. So, make sure to let me know if you spot any or all of the items that I have shared with you. Again, this is just a fun way of being able to share with you how I decorate my space and also how I utilize my thrift finds. I'm going to try and make it a goal for the year of 2025 to do more videos involving in how I use the thrifted items that I purchase on a monthly basis in my home. So I'm just so excited because this came out so amazing, you guys. I will have to say that I really outdid myself and I just really love how it came out. And that really just excites me because, again, this is just proof of how amazing it can be for you to thrift for your decor. Now, there are so many items in this entire hutch that I have shared with you, but there's also a lot of items from previous years that if you've been following for the long run, then you have already seen a lot of these pieces. Just like that little mini gold cauldron that you guys see right there, that was a thrift find, and I absolutely love it so much. And that's just what the exciting part is about thrifting, is that you're able to hunt for items all year round that you can utilize, in the upcoming season. And that's what I tend to always do. I always thrift the entire year in the mind of Halloween, Christmas, and other seasonal holidays. So that way I will always find items that I can utilize to the next holiday season. Before we get to the final reveal of the hutch, you guys will see that I did change things, a few things around, and that always happens. When decorating, things are always going to change. They don't always last. You're always switching things around because you might see a different perspective, and that is absolutely fine. But that is the end of the decorating session. I am now showcasing the hutch and all of its glory. You guys, I absolutely fell in love with how all of this came together. I love the broom on the right side with the dried eucalyptus. That is the witch's broom that we created in our DIY video, as well as the bird cage as well with the crow. I just loved how everything came out together. And again, I really hope that this inspires you in some way to look into your thrift store and see what you can do or what you can buy, what items you can pick up for yourself and create something new. Most of the items in here, the clawfoot, the apples, the basket, all thrifted. Absolutely love it. Some of these items as well, thrifted. A lot of those potion bottles that are the glass colors, and even the store Ray Dunn canister. There's just so many things that I incorporated into this hutch that are thrifted that I just absolutely adore. It really brought the whole look together of a witch's theme, and I really wanted to showcase that. Basically, it's a hutch that belongs to a witch, and she just has it all decked out for everyday use. As you guys can see, I have a lot more items here. The DIY picture frame, the candle holders, the picture frame of the witch with the broom, and just a bunch of other goodies and amazing items that I showcase in various hauls. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you guys think of my Halloween decorating for the year of 2024? I absolutely love it. I just love how it all came out, and I'm very happy with the outcome. And again, as I mentioned before, you guys, decorating is not permanent. You can always change things up. I definitely had a few ups and downs with this hutch in particular, you know, choosing things here and there, moving things around. This is one of my favorite sections. I just love how these potion bottles look in the sunlight, and I just love all the neutral colors as well. This just was so beautifully done, and I'm so proud of myself for how this came out. But again, check your thrift store, see what items you can come across, and just do it. It's not permanent. You can move things around. You know, you might wake up one day and the next day you're like, I want to move this around. I want to move that around. And that is absolutely fine. That is what comes with decorating. And we can always just move things around, and we could probably find a better fit for things. So don't worry if you feel that you are overwhelmed. Just do your best. And the most important part is to have fun. That is the most and biggest thing of all. This is Daniel, you guys, from Golden Finds. Again, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys on our next adventure. And happy spooky season. I will catch you on the next one.